Welcome to episode 2 of the Waterford Expat Show. We are just approaching the toll plaza on the Waterford side of the new bridge over the Suir. It's 5 in the evening, just a regular working Tuesday, and you would expect to see a lot of rush hour traffic here, but a lot of people don't want to pay the tolls. The new bridge and stretch of motorway opened a couple of months ago. The motorway actually stretches from the west of Kilmeaden about slightly less than halfway to New Ross. Completely bypasses the city and can save a lot of time. The bridge itself is the largest of its type in Ireland and it's quite spectacular. Looking to the right here, we can see the old Red Iron Railway Bridge. We will exit off the motorway at this stage and take the road through Sallypark and into the city. This is the dual carriageway approaching Sallypark. We're just coming into Sallypark here now, and anybody who was familiar with Sallypark will be shocked to see this now because effectively Sallypark no longer exists. All of the houses are gone. Just this CIE building here to the right and Swan Plastics and some other buildings are left. Here on this side, on the left side, where all the little houses used to be, the bookies, the shop, the pub, all gone. This street, I'm pretty sure, is called Terminus Street, and we can see the city on the right here now. There are no big ships in the city nowadays because Waterford Port is now at Bellevue, a couple of miles down the river. But there are some nice marinas on the city side of the river here now and lots of nice boats there. We're turning right here onto Edmund Ignatius Rice Bridge, and we're going to take a left on down the quays. So just driving down the quay here now, the new CIE bus terminal is, we've just passed it there on the left, and we can see the clock tower here in front of us, Shaw's there to the right. There's now car parking beside the river the whole way down the quay, which is a great place to park because you're right beside the city. We're now driving out the main Cork Road with the Cork Road housing estate to our right. On our left here, Lidl and Woody's DIY, also a McDonald's. And looking across to the right at the field we all played in as kids when we lived on the Cork Road, it's great to see there's kids there now again. A lot of young couples have moved into the Cork Road nowadays and we're starting to see kids reappearing there. This is the King's Meadow roundabout on the Cork Road. This is Paddy Brown's Road. I can remember this road when it was a big long country road with fields to either side. Extraordinary to see it now. We're driving down the back of the convent here. Great view of Ballytruckle and John's Park and all that area there in front of us. And what we're looking at now used to be the flat roofs. We're on Hennessy's Road and all of these beautiful new houses have replaced the flat roofs. We're still on Hennessy's Road here, Daybreak shop on our right, where the old L&N used to be. We're turning down into the Cork Road here. That ESB building is still there, complete with graffiti. And driving down here to, God, everybody in the Cork Road must have built an extension. But looking to the left here, these little bungalows were called the Newlyweds, presumably because newlyweds moved into them at one stage. To the left there, the Holy Ghost House, which is now an old people's home, among other things. And just coming down here facing the Cork Road, the grotto, of course, to the right. And this is the second row. I think O'Reilly Row, not quite sure. On the right there where the arch used to be, all the arches in the Cork Road are now blocked up. And the arches we used to hang around in when we were kids, I'm sure we drove the poor people who lived in those houses crazy. But anyway, they're now all blocked up. There's another area right there to the right where there used to be an arch, which is now blocked up. And this is the third row, Cork Road. This is the road I was born and reared on. I guess what's different about the Cork Road now are the amount of cars. I can clearly remember this road as a kid and there were very few cars on it. Equally, there used to be hedges all along this area here. Again, every house on the road must have built an extension or a wall or something. I'm driving down here towards the bottom of Cork Road. See, there's still a few houses for sale. Speed ramps everywhere. Grotto there to our right again. And we're now driving out Ballytruckle towards John's Park. Up in front of us there, this pub used to be the candy store. It looks like it's still the candy something. On the right there, Malloy's Butcher Shop is now a Chinese, what was Malloy's Butcher Shop is now a Chinese takeaway. And again, looking at this, looks pretty similar to what it looked 40 years ago, except for all the cars. To the right here is the Butler Community Centre. I think there's indoor soccer, various other activities go on there. This used to be the airport road, although now there's a much better way to the airport across the Waterford Outer Ring Road. This is a street we often visited as kids because we had cousins living here. I remember there was a field to the right here that we used to play in as kids. There was some kind of a rockery there with a little pond. Looks as though there's a fence. It looks as though it's there is all fenced off here. So I don't know why that is, but it used to be a field that kids played in. It's funny driving through these streets as younger teenagers. We wouldn't have come within a mile of this place because we would have got the heads bet off us. There was great rivalry between John's Park and the Cork Road at that time. You can see some kids here. I suppose John's Park is no different to the Cork Road. A lot of the old people are dead and gone and a lot of young couples have moved in, so kids are starting to reappear in these old estates. Here on the right is Kilcohan, the school. I'm driving back here towards the city from John's Park. And a bit further on and up to the left is Pierce Park. And now we are heading towards Kilcohan. This is where Waterford United used to play all their home games back in the golden era of the 60s and the 70s when they were winning everything. It's now the Greyhound track, of course, and there's great facilities there, including bars and a great restaurant that overlooks the track. Again, a lot of new housing development out this road. In there to the left, I think is Sallypark Park, which is a big housing development. And finally, this is the roundabout on the Tramore Road where they've placed this lovely boat.